Hello, everyone, and welcome to another Moody Talk. This is Moody Talk number 3 of our series about sadness. So I chose sadness for the month of November because, a lot of people say, be grateful for what you have because it's Thanksgiving, it's the holidays. And, there are some people who really don't actually feel great about the holidays. They feel sad because maybe they've missed someone or, lost someone, or they don't have what they think they really need in life. So I decided to do sadness just so that we could talk a little bit more about that. And, maybe go through some coping techniques that could help with that, especially during the holidays. So last week, I talked about biological sensations along with Wise Mind, which is used in DBT. And I am going to be talking about biological changes again today. So if you have a chance, go ahead back onto Moody Talk 2 of sadness and get, you can get a little caught up with it. I'll still be talking about it, but there's a lot of great information in the last one. So, check it out. So this week we are going to be talking about mindfulness and mindfulness of your current emotion. This is another DBT skill. And I think a lot of people think think of specific things when they hear mindfulness. So I thought I'd just go through really quickly what mindfulness is it can be for a lot of people. It could be different for very many people, but thought I'd just put that out there so we knew what we were talking about when we were talking about mindfulness, right? So what is mindfulness? Living in the present moment with intention. So that's paying attention to what is in the here and now, not outside thoughts. Okay, so that's first. Then there's no judgment or rejection. Letting go of avoiding or blocking what you are feeling or thinking. And having no attachment to that moment. Just being in the moment without bringing in a past or a future feeling. So this is really good to think about it, especially when you're thinking about an emotion. So living in the present moment is living with what you're feeling and not judging or rejecting it or saying, suck it up, go do something else. Don't be sad, because I think a lot of us have been told that for a long time in our lives. And I think it's time to change that. And then having no attachment to that moment means that you can be in that moment, you can reflect, you can feel it, and then you can move on and do something different. But it's really important to be mindful in that moment so that you can take in, do what you need to do with it, and then move on for the day, right? Okay, so mindfulness of current emotion, observing your emotions in the moment. Experience the emotions, don't hold on to, block, or push them away. So this is really sitting with. And I think a lot of people, when they think of mindfulness, think of, sitting in, feeling it, being in that moment and feeling what you're feeling. Sadness can be really hard to be mindful of because you just want to get rid of it, right? You hate the feeling of it. But in order to move forward, it's important that we sit with that emotion for a little while and observe it and think on what could make you feel better, or what is the situation, and is this the appropriate emotion that I'm feeling for it? We talked about a while back checking the facts, so maybe this is a checking the facts moment as well. Be mindful of your body sensations, like we talked about last week. A lot of people have different body sensations for sadness. For me, specifically, when I'm sad, I feel it in my chest. And I also feel it in my sinus area and in my head. Because when I'm sad and I'm really sad, I feel like I'm going to cry at any moment. So I get that tightness in this area, and it alerts me that I'm really feeling pretty sad at the moment. Okay, where is your body feeling the emotion? Allow yourself to feel and notice how long the emotion stays. And I think that's important too. When you sit with it, you will be able to notice when it starts to pass. And I think that's a really important part of this in order for us to feel it and move forward. And, we're always going to feel that sadness, especially if it's fresh. But being able to sit in a specific moment where it's a little more intense, then you're able to, feel your body getting out of that feeling. And it will happen. I mean, emotions change all the time. So of course we're going to move on to a different emotion. Things get better or things get worse, but they change. And so does our body sensations when we're moving out of that feeling. Okay. Practicing acceptance. Respect, accept, and do not judge what you are feeling. Okay. Judgment. Judgment's a big one for me because I always judge my negative feelings like, what are you doing? Get out of it. I think we've always been told throughout our lives that, just suck it up and just get out of there. You don't need to feel that right now, or it's not important that you feel that way right now. I think our emotions were always pushed aside, especially when we were children, and that's something I really want to change in this world. I want us to feel that we can accept the emotion that we're feeling, whether it's what we consider good or bad. All emotions are equal. They're emotions, and we deserve to be able to feel them, and we deserve to be able to tell people that we're feeling them without being judged. But in this moment, when you're in the mindfulness of current emotion, you're not judging your feeling. You're just noticing it, accepting that it's there, and then feeling it, feeling those body sensations, and recognizing what you are feeling. I very much use this when I'm sad because I think it's important that we remember that we are allowed to have the emotions that we have, and sadness is a big one. A lot of people tell you, what do you have to be sad about? You should be, again, with the whole holidays thing, thankful. Be grateful for what you have when you may not actually feel that way. And it's okay because you're an important person who deserves to feel their important emotions. So I hope that this helped. I am going to have the worksheets on my website, and the video will be up there as well. I know this was a fairly short one. Last week's was pretty long, so I wanted to make sure that we didn't go too long and lose, just time and energy. And so I hope that this helps. Again, the worksheets will be on the website. And I hope you guys have another great week. And I will see you guys probably on Tuesday next week because Thursday is Thanksgiving. And so I'll see you then. Have a great day. Bye.